Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I am Lakeisha Vincent, the Registry Manager, and I will be your tour guide as we walk through how the Registry started and where we are today. The purpose of this webinar is to provide an overview of the Registry, provide step-by-step instructions to help you create your new account, and to show you how to navigate your Registry dashboard and to highlight some new and exciting features in the platform. Before we get started, I would like to go over a few housekeeping items. All participants will be muted for the duration of the webinar. If you have questions, you do not have to wait until the end of the webinar. Please type all questions in the chat box as you think of them. All questions will be answered as time permits. If you do not get a question during the get an answer during the webinar, I will provide a response via email after this session is complete. Please keep in mind that the FTD Disorders Registry platform is an ongoing process. Links, resources, and platform information is being updated continuously. If at any time in the new platform you have feedback or experience technical difficulties, you can always contact me, the manager, and I will provide my email at the end of the session. Before we get started with creating the accounts, I would like to provide an overview of our registry history. The FTD Disorders Registry was created in March 2017 with the goal to advance research and the development of treatments for the spectrum of FTD disorders. To date, over 6,000 participants has joined the registry, and this includes all of you who have completed surveys, answered quick questions, and shared your lived experience to help us learn more about FTD disorders. Over time, we evaluated the gaps in being a liaison between our participants and the research community. And in that evaluation, we learned that we can do a lot more to promote and support research participation, improve the sharing of data with researchers, and to amplify your voice when sharing your lived experience. Over the past year, we have been going through a platform upgrade to close some of those gaps, and we are very excited that the new platform launched earlier this month. Since you were with us prior to the launch of the new platform, we extended the invitation to you to be the first participants to join the new registry. And as a result, we want to provide a walkthrough to ensure a smooth transition across the two platforms. Okay, and the first step in creating your account, you'll see what's on the screen here. This is the first thing you will see. And whether you click the link in your email or you start by going to our registry website page, you will still come to this page, and this is how you will start creating your account. The first thing you will do is click the sign in button, and you will see this at the bottom of this screenshot here. So you will click sign up first. After you click sign up, you will see this welcome box. There is no need to enter anything in the top two boxes. You will simply just need to click the reset password button. To reset your password, you would need to enter the email address that's associated with your old registry account. And then you will click the send reset email. You should receive an email within minutes of clicking that send email button. If you do not receive the email, please be sure to check your spam folder, and if it's not there within minutes. We all know that technology works good when it works. So if at any time you do not receive that reset link in your email, you can always reach out to me, the registry manager. And again, I will provide my information at the end of this session. This is what the verify email notification will look like. When you open this email, you will simply click the verify email button, and you will follow that link to create your new password. The next step is for you to enter the password you want for your account. Please note, if your old password meets the special criteria that's needed to create the account, you can use your old password. Unfortunately, if it does not meet the criteria in this platform, you will have to create a new account. The second thing you would do on this page is to confirm your new password. If the two passwords match and it meets the required criteria, you will see sorry, let me get back to where I am. I do apologize. Okay, so if the two password match and it meets the required criteria, you will see a request successful notification that's basically under the check your email box. And now that will give you access to your new dashboard. If you are joining the webinar and you are an all FTD participant, you will create your account using a slightly different steps. On this first screen that we identified, that instead of doing the sign in, you will go to sign up. Once you do sign up, you will be able to check your email and verify your email the same way. But lastly, you will click the verify my email link that you see here in this screenshot. No matter if you're here and you join the registry through our website or you are an all FTD participant, you will ultimately end at the same place, which will be your registry dashboard, and that's what you see here. The registry dashboard is the first thing that you will see when you sign into your account, and it will provide a quick glance at activities, educational opportunities, external research opportunities, and all these things are based on the interest that you pick when you signed up for the registry. Since you were in the older system, you will not get a chance to enter your interest through the registration process. And so that is something that you will do through the dashboard, and I will navigate and show you how to navigate all of those features when I walk through the dashboard. At this time, we're going to pause and see if anyone has questions.
I'm not seeing any, oh, hands raised. Here we go.
So Diana has a question. I'm gonna unmute you, Diana, so you can ask your question.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
I hear you.
Are we supposed to actively be signing in, or are we just listening to the steps and then go back later and do the steps and fill in with a new password, etc.?
So it's just kind of dependent on how you can, if you can do it while you're in the webinar, that's perfectly fine. That's kind of ideal. If you have questions, then we can go ahead and answer them now. So if that's something that you can start that process and go ahead and take care of it, that's awesome. You can do it now.
Okay.
We will record the webinar, so if you need to watch it again, and we have a tutorial that you can look up for step-by-step guide.
Okay. Thanks.
So at this time, I will play a video recording. It is a step-by-step guide to walk through the your dashboard, and it will highlight different features that is exist in the new platform, and kind of tell you some of those things that may be missed if you go in the platform. We will just kind of highlight things that we think that I think is important, and I think you should make sure you pay attention to when you first enter your dashboard. And just remember, if you have questions, you can put them in the chat box and we will answer them at the end of the video. In the top right corner of the dashboard is the account holder's name, and clicking that name opens the options to log out of your account when needed. The next section tells about participants in the registry, and by clicking the See More button, you will see a breakdown of participants by country, and if you hover over a country, you will get an exact number of participants who have joined the registry from that country. Next, you will see a breakdown of participants from the United States. Again, if you hover over each state, you will display the current number of participants in that state. The next section shows the age of participants who are participating in the registry's research. Just like the other statistics, you can hover over the bars and see a quick glimpse of the age group and numbers of participants in that age group. In the next section, there's a breakdown of participants by genes. Please keep in mind that this is not the diagnosis, but the number of participants who selected each gene as an interest in their communication preferences. Each participant has stated they would like to receive the information about the genes that are shown here. You also have the option to spread the word to increase awareness about the registry. Click the invite link to enter the name of the person you would like to invite to the registry. Anyone can join the registry and receive informational and research updates and registry news. By increasing the number of people who join the registry, more people are counted and provide a broader understanding about FTD disorders. You would simply enter the first name of the person you would like to invite, enter the last name of that person, and enter the email address for that person. And once the information is complete, you will click the invite link and that person will receive the email to come in and join the registry. On your dashboard, you have an option to add another role to your profile. You will click the begin button, which will open the eligibility checker, and you will have to confirm that your information is still correct. And once the eligibility process has determined that you are still eligible, you will be able to add another role. For example, if you're currently participating as a caregiver, you may want to also add a role and participate as a biological family member. Another activity on the dashboard is activities. If you click view all, you will expand your dashboard activities. And these are the activities that are currently available for you to complete. You will see the activity name, a brief description of the activity, and you will see the estimated time it takes to complete, and start survey will allow you to initiate the activity. And I'm just going to scroll down so you can see some of the activities that may be available on your dashboard. We have the genetic testing results. We have the current health and daily living, quality of life, the research readiness and treatment insights. And if you incline to do so, you can share your medical records. If you click the start sharing, you can select the provider facility of where your medical records are, and you can share any and whatever information you would like to share with us. Also demographics and medical history. Complete your profile, very important, okay? Everybody should go to your profile. This is the first task you should complete when entering your dashboard. If you are research participants, information that is available in the participant profile is very important so we can create your unique identifier so we can be able to share de-identified information about you with researchers. So just be sure that that's the first thing you do when you enter your dashboard. Go to your participant profile and make sure your registry profile is complete. Conditions. This is a FTD diagnosed person, so when they register, these are the diagnoses that they say that they have. We do know that diagnosis can change over time, so you are able to come in and update diagnoses as they change on your journey. And we also have options for unsure of the FTD diagnosis and the FTD suspected. And be sure to always save your changes so they can reflect in your dashboard. Study contributors, it shows your relationship to FTD. This person is a diagnosed person that's answering for themselves. It can also be caregiver, biological family member, a spouse. It also shows the reporter. This is the person that the FTD diagnosed person invited to come in to share information about them. If you click the edit reporter button, you can update information about your reporter. You can resend the invite. And just remember, always save the information so that it can reflect in your account. Account profile. This is the basic information of the account holder. You will see that we do have your first, middle, and last name, your address, and you can always come in and update your address as it changes or you move. Just see that country cannot be changed. Any grayed out fields has to be directed to the registry manager. Contact information shows your email. Again, email is a grayed out field. If you need to change that, you will need to contact me, the registry manager. We have your phone number there, which is optional. Please note that you cannot turn off notification preferences. That must always be active. If you want to participate in text communications, you can toggle that over. And once you save it, it will send a text to your email. A text to your phone, and you can verify that it is you and that you do want to receive text message communications. And once you enter that code from your phone into the boxes here, you will be able to actively receive text communications. Okay, this just took us back to the participant profile. That's kind of the same information we just went through. Okay, back to the account holder profile. We need to look at the communication preferences. These are the interests that you selected when you registered. We do know again that this can change, and interests change, or as diagnosis change, you will information on different topics. So you can always come in and you can change your interests as they change. And again, be sure to save the information so that it will reflect in your account. Consent forms, if you want to see your consent form, it will not be available in actionable. You will need to go to the Pass tab. And once you do that, you will see you can view and download your consent. And I will go ahead and scroll through that so you can see what a consent form looks like when it's in your dashboard. And you can download this as many times as you like, or save it to your computer, or whatever works best for you. You can also click the My Providers tab, and you can invite providers to come in and share information about you. That is an option we have in this new registry that we didn't have before. Change of status. If you want to withdraw from the registry, this is the option that you need to go to. and you will simply click change status and toggle from active to withdrawn. You will save that information, and just please note, once you save it, it cannot be changed. It is permanent. Okay, clicking on that house, that's just another way to get back to your registry dashboard with all those highlighted information, your activities. We have not looked at information for you, so if you click view all there, it will expand all of the information that's available for you. Again, this is in your dashboard based on the interest you picked when you registered. You can change those at any time to reflect new interest or as a diagnosis change. Again, it's your preferences, and we want you to see what you want to see. If you could expand that preference, then you will be able to read a brief summary of the resource description. You can click see all to see any information that's not showing, and if you click read more, it will take you to the external site where this resource is housed. You can use filters to weed out any information that you do not currently want to see. We have a lot of filters that you can choose from to narrow down information as it changed, or if you just need to see it for the moment. You can go by the actual diagnosis. You can go by the genes. Also from information of who you want to receive it for. Just a lot of options for you to kind of narrow that down and see information kind of from different lenses. Showing you the different options here and how you can toggle between and delete and add different filter options. And click apply. And then what will populate is the information that you just filtered down, and you will see it in this bigger screen here. Again, the check mark is another way to get to your activities. We initially saw this in the dashboard, but this is another way to get here. So I'll just scroll down to let you know that these are the same activities. If you go to the check icon, you will get the same results. You can click and see the upcoming activities that you may have and past activities that you have completed. You do have the option to filter your activities if you're looking for a specific activity and you do not want to go through the full list. So for example, if you filter by surveys and click apply, it will show all of the surveys that you have completed since you joined the registry. External research. So when I created this account, I didn't select any preferences for this, so I'm not showing anything here. This worked exactly like the information for you. You can filter the external research, and you can filter that by the sponsors, which is the person who is conducting that research. You can toggle down. We have way more in there. You can also filter by the follow-up status. Just kind of give you those options to kind of personalize that for what you're trying to see. And if you scroll down, you're going to apply. And just like the information for you, those external external research opportunities will be there for you. So back to that information for you. And this is another way to get there. Just multiple ways to navigate this new platform, and just showing you that those are the same resources if you go through that icon. If you go to the person, you will see this account profile again. Again, we've gone through all of these features here. It's just another way to get there. You can expand that turquoise tab there if you don't know what the icons mean, and it'll give you like a brief description of what that is, like a topic, a name of that. And you can also close that when you don't want to see those names of the icons anymore. The contact us is on every page of your account. If you experience technical difficulties or have a question, you can click right on that white tab and it'll take you to the option to send an email to me. just kind of scrolling through the dashboard one more time, give you that one last look, and you can click that account name and you can go ahead and log out your session when you are done. And at this time, we will open up for questions. Mary, do you have anything that came through the chat?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Douglas, you can go ahead.
Yes, when would you have this posted to review again? And would it be on your FTD registry website, like the homepage there, or where can I find it?
We are gonna post this on our YouTube channel in the next few days, and we'll also send out an email to everyone who attended to let them know that the replay is available. You also have the opportunity to schedule a one-on-one walkthrough with Lakeisha if you have questions or if you do run into any challenges. And I'm gonna drop that link into the chat so you can go ahead and schedule time with her if needed.
Great, thank you.
Ani, you had a question?
Yeah, I'm the caregiver for my husband, so I pretty much sign him up for all this stuff. Is that okay to populate his information? Obviously, keeping him in the loop and getting his permission and everything, but this is not something that he would be able to do by himself. He has ALS, FTD.
Absolutely, Bonnie. Sorry, Lakeisha.
No,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you can sign up under the workflow of a LAR, which is a legally authorized representative, and that will allow you to fill out the information on behalf of him. You can also sign up for a separate role as a caregiver and be able to answer information from your point of view.
Okay, because I do have his guardianship and durable power of attorney, so I don't think we're breaking any HIPAA stuff, so. Thank you.
Richard, you had a question?
Thank you. Yes, we are participants in all FTD, and I also get the registry survey inquiries that used to come in. I don't know which one came first. So does it matter how I sign us back in? Because you mentioned if we were in all FTD, we got to go there. I can't tell you at this point. That is not, I didn't know I had to keep that knowledge.
If you reach out to me, I can determine which way you need to go. I don't want you to experience issues because you don't know which path to take. If you just reach out to me by email, I can let you know which way to go for that.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Charlene, you had a question?
Can you hear me okay? Okay. I joined this about 6 or 8 months after my husband died. My daughter brought it to my attention, your organization. And I have been going in as a former caretaker. Is that still available? Because I feel like I have things I can contribute when answering the questions.
So your current account, what are you listed as now? Do you have an account now?
Yes, I do.
Is that a former caregiver now? For the
Yes.
older
As a former caregiver.
Yes, once you create your new account in the new platform, you will remain a former caregiver. And that's an
former
option for you to do
caregiver.
that. Yes.
Okay, I just wish we had known about your organization before, but you guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
So we do have a couple Q&A questions. Scott is asking, how often do you expect new surveys and such for caregivers? Are those surveys useful for you? Useful for us?
Carrie, you can answer how often this.
Absolutely. So
Purpose
we have the ability to make new surveys quarterly. There are some surveys that you will see at various time intervals that we want to see updates on. I'm not going to say that we will have a new one quarterly, but we do have the option of adding 2 every quarter. And so you'll see them sporadically. Annually, we'll want you to update anything that might have changed with the surveys. And we'll continue with our quick questions monthly. And was there a second part to that question that I missed, Mary?
Are the surveys useful for us?
Absolutely. So we are intending with this new platform to use more of the data so that we can inform all the companies that are starting to do drug development and researchers, so that they can have the information they need, so that we can research what is most important to caregivers, to persons diagnosed, to family members. And that will really help us steer the research that's happening so that they're developing treatments, therapies, and diagnostics that are important. So it's really important that we get all pieces of information, because I think the caregiver point of view has a different perspective that's really important in this journey.
And a related follow-up question from Scott is the outlook promising on future FTD trials?
I would say that it is. I think it's a really hopeful time in FTD research. And I know that right now there's a lot focused on particular genetic types, but that is going to lay the framework for all the research that needs to happen so that we can get treatments and cures for every type across the spectrum of FTD disorders. And I think you're going to see a lot of movement and a lot of change. We have our first phase 3 study that has completed, the field in general has their first phase 3 study that has completed recruitment. So we're going to see the results of that in the next couple years, which I hope are very promising. And they're going to lead the way for even more research that's coming down the line. So I think this is a incredibly hopeful time in this disorder to find treatments soon.
And I would just like to add, that's kind of the importance of going through the platform upgrade and, making sure that we are closing those gaps, is just making sure that we are providing access to the people who can participate in clinical trials. So we're very excited about the platform upgrade and to be able to take more steps and help advance that science.
Douglas, did you have a question?
Yeah, I had one other question. I think most caregivers, the thing they want to be kept posted on the most is any research out there for the treatment of the disease, whether it's sporadic or genetic or whatever. How current is the FTD registry to having knowledge of what's out there in the field? How soon are you alerted to it? Or is there delay time, or is it pretty quickly? Or I basically want to know, how clued in are you?
So we, I think, are very clued in. We have regular meetings with a lot of the pharmaceutical companies that are doing research. We have contacts in the academic arenas that are doing research. And so often they will come to us even ahead of opening their trial so that we can get it promoted and recruited through our site. I won't say that's always the case, but we do try to stay up to date on what is out there and make sure that we're going to make sure that the portal gets updated quickly when we learn of new opportunities.
Thank you.
I mean, to add something to that too. One of the additional features of our platform upgrade is the research portal. So I think that's very exciting. And even before researchers start doing researches, they can query different people who are available, to participate in those trials. So I think that kind of keeps us in the loop, because they're coming to us initially to see who is available to participate. And so we will learn about those clinical trials a lot faster when, they're kind of initiating some of that from us.
Oh, thank you.
Richard, did you have a question?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
Charlene?
I have two daughters. One of them has just entered a study in Philadelphia to have genetic testing, and she's following it through. Has been tested. She does not have results yet. The other daughter doesn't want to have anything to do with it. She doesn't want to know, and that's fine. People are, are
Yeah,
different.
yes, genetic testing is a very personal decision.
It is a very personal decision, but I think I take my hat off to her that she's doing that.
Yes, I think will become increasingly important for anybody who has a potential diagnosis of FTD to get genetic counseling so they can make a really informed decision about if they want to go through with genetic testing. But as things evolve in the clinical trial realm, I think there will be more opportunities for people to get genetic counseling and genetic testing if that's what they choose.
Diana had a question. She asked, for those who are non-genetic, will there be more studies for us?
I certainly hope so. So yes, I think that is part of what we need to push forward as we are building the research landscape and pipeline over the next decade or however long. I think we have focused a lot on the genetic families. And like I said, I think those are going to lead us to answers of what are the best methods for treating sporadic or studies? How can we design studies? But we really want everybody, whether you have a genetic cause or have a sporadic cause, to join the registry so we can really find out the differences across the spectrum in symptoms, diagnoses, and maybe we can pick up nuances that will help design trials that will address sporadic FTD. But yeah, we really hope that there will be those coming soon.
A question from Margaret. She says, I have so many other responsibilities as a caregiver for my spouse with FTD, PPA, now BHV variant. How much time do we have to go this route?
To participate in the registry?
Yes.
So to participate in the registry is kind of on your own time. We have all these different activities for you to complete. You can complete as many. Of course, it's ideal that, we get as much information as we can to kind of advance the science, but it's kind of based on your own levels of participation and what you're able to do. Nothing is, everything is voluntary. Nothing is like you required. You have to do anything that's in the registry. So at this point, if you give us some information, we'll take that.
Yeah, any information is valuable and really just on your own timeline and on your own terms to participate.
Any other questions? I am going to drop our contact information in the chat. I also answered that as a question in the Q&A. And Lakeisha, perhaps you can just tell them a bit about this Calendly option.
So if you have already registered and you came here because you had questions or you experienced some kind of technical difficulties and you need help with it, or if you just don't even know how to get started, whatever the case may be, we do have that link where you can look at the calendar and see what's available, sign up. They are 30-minute slots, but I'm available to assist how I need to assist. So if you find that you need more time, then you can, sign up for more than one slot, or if we own and you still need more help, I'm not gonna, leave you not completing your account. So just take a look at the calendar, or if you haven't registered and you want to go through that first, then you can go ahead and go through the registration process and see if you need any assistance. If you go through the registration process and you have some feedback and you want to provide feedback, we're open to that. That's how we are going to build the registry and make it better than what it is now, what we identify for the new platform. We're open to any feedback that you may have. So just take a look at that link and see what's available, and I will assist you however I can.
Okay, if there are no more questions, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today, and really do encourage you to use Lakeisha as a resource. She knows all about the registry, the old system, the new system, and really is our guru on sign up and participant support. Reach out if you need anything, and thank you for attending.